You're listening to the Show We Go Baseball podcast.
We always like to have New England people around, right? It's always a fun story. So tell us a little bit about growing up in New Hampshire, Merrimack, and were you a Red Sox fan, a Yankee fan? Where were growing up baseball-wise?
So I was born in New Jersey, so the Gaspers were Yankee fans growing up. When we moved to New Hampshire, we tried. There's a good picture of me with like a Yankee shirt on and a Red Sox hat at Fenway when I was little, but no, we stuck with the Yankee fans, but a lot of Red Sox ties in my career. Took lessons with Steve Lemazny. I took hitting lessons with Bob Caswell. Every day had a Red Sox hat on. So I'm more of a fan of the game of baseball.
You had an excellent start to the year in Portland. I guess what was going on? What was with all the success? And I guess talk about it a little bit.
It was really just trusting my routine and doing what I know works for me and gets me feeling good for game time. Last year was the first time I played away from home in some times because my parents live in New Jersey. So playing in Somerset, I was living at home and hitting off the tee every morning with my dad. And I kind of got away from that routine when I went to Scranton and struggled a little bit. And so when I went back to Somerset, I honed that in. I did it every day. And this year, I got to the Red Sox and they said, be you do what works for you. And so, I brought my double tee along. I've had since I was like 12 years old, and I hit up there every day and worked on it. But it was a really good group of guys to be around too. That made this transition a hell of a lot easier. Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer are two of the better personalities that I've ever been around in the game of baseball. For as good of prospects and players they are, they're equally good people. So, that clubhouse was really fun, and it was easy to stay loose every day and just go out and play hard.
And I know that you also played a little first base in Portland, but did it help you at all having Kyle Teal there kind of pushing, the catchers pushing each other, and obviously Matt Donlin as well is a pretty good receiver as well, but did that kind of help the little friendly competition between the catchers? Certainly,
and that started in the spring too. We were a close bunch, the catchers. Unfortunately I haven't been able to be around Eli Marrero much since the spring, but same with him. It's a really good environment that the catchers bring every day and compete. And like with Teal up there, I found myself talking more about the game and trying to help. And when you do that, when you're vocalizing aspects of the game, you start thinking a little more. So I just started really being into the games and watching things that I normally didn't watch because I was trying to help some guys out.
You mentioned hitting off the tee with your dad. Like, who are some of the influences, I guess, who made you kind of the player that you are?
Certainly my father is number one. He's a lifelong coach basketball, coach baseball. He's always pushed me and always tried to get the most out of me as an athlete, and I've responded well to that. So, I like being coached like that. And, number two is certainly Bob Caswell. He passed away right before I got drafted in 2018. So that would be, I like to think that he's watching me every day because he's an integral part of the hitter I am today. And then certainly Steve Owens. He's at Rutgers now, but at Bryant, there was no transition to professional baseball for me. He ran a pro program, and he wanted you to be a baseball player. Luckily, we were on the same page, but I got through school, got my degree. But Coach O really he pushed guys to be the best baseball player you could possibly be, and the best human being you could possibly be, because what he taught you translated to the classroom and off the field also. And then of course Steve Lemazny got me back into catching after I had to play shortstop because nobody could make the throw on the big field in Merrimack. So. Those four guys were pretty integral in my baseball career.
When did you move to New Hampshire? From New Hampshire?
When I was 5 years old. It was 2001. Yeah, right before I turned. It might have been 2000. I just turned 5. Yeah.
All right,
December
so
of 2000.
You obviously grew up in New Hampshire. You were in Portland for the past year and a half or so.
This was my first year.
Yeah.
So
obviously, take me back to maybe this past couple of days when you got the word that you were going to come here to Worcester. What was that phone call like? Who was it with?
It was last night. Epi called me, and I thought we were going over some catching stuff because I didn't have a great week. Not like my numbers were fine, but just the fingers I was putting down and some of the pitch calling. I thought we were going over that, so I was a little nervous when I picked up the phone. I thought I was going to hear it a little bit, but then he was like, "Hey, Mickey Jang's got something to tell you." Our catching coach there. He tried to slow play it, told me I was getting scratched from the lineup, and then I had a feeling, and then he said, "Because you're going up to Worcester tomorrow." So I had to pack real quick last night and drove down this morning.
What was that call like? Obviously, some fun games being had, but to get called up to AAA, what was that like for you?
It was exciting. I feel like I got a lot to prove at this level. After last year, I didn't think I played to my capabilities. So as bittersweet as it was leaving those guys in Portland, I was really excited for this opportunity to get back up here and give it everything I got.
Was it nice seeing Fitz again? I know you guys were Somerset together. Is that going to be cool if you have a chance to catch him?
Yeah, it'll be pretty sweet. I love Fitzy. Yeah, he's probably him and Penrod are two people I've missed the most. Those are really good guys, and Fitzy he's one of a kind. I'm not excited to play cards with him though because he always takes my money, but I'll probably give it another shot.
What card game do you guys play?
Yeah, blackjack. He always likes to deal.
Fitzy's been quite the character here so far, so glad that we can confirm that.